Hello, this is Dr. Susan Marra and Juju with Dr. Marra's Medical Minutes. And today we're going to talk about the relationship between Lyme disease and Parkinson's disease. In a previous video, we talked about the way in which Lyme disease masquerades as many different diseases, and Parkinson's is one of them. And I know very well because my father has Parkinson's disease from having a tick bite 40 years ago with a bullseye rash in Martha's Vineyard on his shoulder. So what is Parkinson's disease? It's a neurological degenerative disease that affects a part of the brain called the substantia nigra. And that particular part of the brain utilizes dopamine as the neurotransmitter. So dopamine becomes depleted, and that's why people with Parkinson's disease have to take carbidopa or L-dopa to replenish the dopamine. Parkinson's disease is characterized by a pill-rolling tremor, rhythmic tremor. Sometimes there's cognitive issues, constipation, poor balance, sometimes fatigue, and sometimes there's tremors in the legs or even the hands. And it's very unnerving to patients. They don't like, obviously, they don't like to be twitching and tremoring. I have seen Parkinson's disease also related to pesticide exposure. You know, things like glyphosate, things like, what is it? I can't remember the name of it's fleeing me right now. But anyways, crop dusting with pesticides generally is not a good idea. And people who are exposed to it and who have a genetic propensity are much more likely to develop Parkinson's disease. The other thing that's really interesting, and they just did a study, I think at UCLA on this, people who eat a Mediterranean diet are much less likely, like 50% less likely of having Parkinson's disease. Okay, so we just talked about the importance of having an alkaline diet. Well, a Mediterranean diet, barring tomatoes, is pretty much an alkaline diet. And it cleans up the microbiome in such a way that it doesn't allow the organisms to survive. So it shouldn't be any surprise that people who eat a Mediterranean diet have much less likelihood of developing Parkinson's disease, especially if the Parkinson's is related to Lyme disease exposure. So, take-home message, again, is Mediterranean diet. Excellent sleep. If you can, try and get 8 hours with REM and deep sleep. And drink 2 liters of water a day. And try and stay away from pesticides the best you can. When you get organic produce, I would still wash them, and you can wash them in vinegar and water. That will help take off some of the pesticide. And you want to just completely minimize how many pesticides are going in if you can. So, take-home message, Parkinson's disease is very much related to long-term Lyme disease exposure. And interestingly enough, it takes many years to develop Parkinson's disease. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes many years. That's why people like my dad, he had a tick bite like 30 or 40 years ago, and he didn't get Parkinson's until, just about 5 years ago. So, that's a long lag time for a disease to be brewing. And I believe ALS is the same way. These neurodegenerative um, diseases are probably uh, very much related to that. So I hope this has been helpful to you, and I hope you have a wonderful day.